What's happening? What's up? What's happening? What's going on? MLB today? Yes, sir. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Let me get this thing shared out a little bit real quick. Let me get it shared up. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna upload. Mm-hmm. All right. What's happening? How's everybody's day yesterday, man? I know everybody had a nice day. Hopefully. Heat advance. Heat advance. Let me get the screen put up real quick. You guys got any plays, man? Let me put my phone on charge. You guys got any plays? Drop it. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, man, drop a like on the video for me. It don't cost that much. It don't cost much. It don't cost much. All right. All right. So let me get the screen up here for us. See what we can do. Home run parlay yesterday came through. Well, just a round robin. I ain't even record yesterday. I was tired, man. I had to go. I didn't have to go to work, but I went into work. But man, today we can talk about some home runs. We can talk about all types of shit, man, real quick. Let's see. Share that up. Get that up there. I think we got 15 games today, man. Don't have a lot for a lot of these games, but we're gonna go. We definitely gonna go through it, talk about it, and figure some shit out. Like I say, first and foremost, let's check the weather, man. Let's check the weather so we know what's going on around here. Check the weather real fast. See what we got. I'm meteorologist is right here, Kevin Roth. I use Kevin Roth for me, my meteorologist here. I'm quite sure you guys do. What's up, Johnny? What's going on? So I'm quite sure you guys do as well. Uh, if not, then just tap in. What it says here, the Real Edge, where the working our partner who provides the weather data to troubleshoot. Hopefully we don't have anything going wrong. But let's see what we got right off the back here. Wind blowing out, stuff like that. Everything you need that. You need that. You need to know that, especially when it comes to pitching and home runs and yada yada yada. All right. So Texas at Detroit, winds in from left at about 10 miles an hour. Okay. So Texas at Detroit got the winds coming in at about 10 miles an hour. Uh, Philadelphia, New York Mets, wind in from right at 10 miles an hour. And then Tampa Bay Rays and Chicago Cubs, my Chicago Cubs. Winds today still be a bit lighter than yesterday, but still hovering between 5 to 10 miles per hour for most of the game. Slightly stronger, earlier tapering off later in that game. I wouldn't mention it in any other ballpark, but in Wrigley is noteworthy. All right, winds play a big factor in Chicago. All right. Washington and Los Angeles Dodgers, winds blowing out to center at 10 miles an hour. All right, so there we go. We got a little bit of the weather. If you guys need to know about weather and stuff like that, and don't have a meteorologist, here's Kevin Roth here. This is his Twitter, and he does it for the sports. Okay, he does it for the MLB. NFL, all that stuff, good stuff. All right, so there you have that. All right, so we can exit out of that and get straight to where we need to get to. We could talk. You guys got some home run props. You got some home run, whatever. some hit props and yada. Bring it on, bring it on. I'm not an expert, but here we go. All right, let me filter this to some props here. Let's see. Let's start off with some in the pitcher props lane over here for DraftKings, and then let's get over here to FanDuel. San Diego Padres at Miami Marlins. We got it over under 8 in the spot, and right off the back, your antler's gonna go up when you see Jorge Soler facing a lefty, bro. So you already know. All right. However, Jorge Soler, he's been on fire versus left-hand batters. He's pitchers. He's probably over. Man, I mean, man, he is on one. At the end of the day, he's on one versus right-hand pitching. So left-hand pitching. So home run is not out of the realm of possibilities for him there. He has a OPS over 1,400 versus left-hand pitching. He hasn't seen Weathers. I mean, he's only 0 for 1 versus Weathers, but it is what it is. Only thing about Weathers, he's been okay versus lefties right now. All right. Now, Miami as a team, they hit lefties a little better than they do righties. So that's one thing there. All right. You got Alcantara on the other side here. Alcantara is a pretty good picture there. Okay, you guys know that. All right, so let's look and see what we got here. Let's see. First and foremost, let's go to for those of you who don't know, let's see, last 5 games. Soler got a home run in 4 of his last 5 games. That's just to let you guys know. Okay. So just to let you guys know right there that he's been on one. All right. Now, Sandy Alcantara, his strikeout prop sitting at 5.5. San Diego is striking out the second most in the league, 6th most in the league versus right-hand pitching. Strikeouts is not something that I really go to for Sandy Alcantara. I'll tell you that, but anything can happen. I'm not, throwing it out there. He's had some monster out games, 23, 25, 27. But another thing, I just don't, I don't want to really go over this outline right now. All right. If he stays in the game that long, his walk prop sitting at 2.5. I don't really go for those. I like 1.1.5. He can give us some hits, as you can see right now. I think he's 50% to his hit prop on the season right now. As you can see that sitting at 5.5. You can get that probably on DraftKings. The earned runs, he sits in the game for a long time, so he has the ability to give up some runs. He's hit this number in every game except for 2.5. All right. As far as the side in this one here, I'm undecided. Tell you the truth, I'm undecided. I don't know which way I want to go. The line is kind of fishy. I'm a minus 142 for Miami. I do get a pitcher lean towards Miami here. Other bats that I can I don't want to target any bats versus Alcantara, to tell you the truth. So right now, like I said, versus a lefty, it's 2 bats that I'm looking at on the Miami Marlins side. But they do have some bats. They do have some bats that can be pesky there. But it's 2 bats I'm looking at. Let me see. On the Miami side here, this is Savant. If you guys wanted to take a look at it, but I'm looking at Cooper and Soler here. All right, those are the 2 guys that I'm looking at as far as on the bat side here. Barrel wise, Weathers, he both of these pitchers are okay at not giving up home runs right now. So if you want to temper your expectations, then be my guest. You can look at other props as far as I keep telling the hits, runs, and RBIs. So that's is in play as well. When you're pretty scarce. You're pretty scarce about a batter. Not. I mean, you want them to hit a home run, but you can't really, really dial it in. Then you can look at, the hits, runs, and RBIs. And you can practice. You could just look at some of the You can look at some of the box scores, previous box scores of other teams to see how these teams fared. Now, Soler, of course, is going to come out at 2.5, but a lot of these players here, most of the majority of the players are going to come out at 1.5. Okay, so hits, runs, and RBIs. Like I said, I couldn't talk you off of Gary Cooper at a -135, and the guys that I like, their numbers are going to be inflated because these are guys that I'm picking that have good numbers. So, those are two of the best I'm looking at there. Gary Cooper and Soler. All right, Soler, you get his at 2.5. The rest of the game, everybody else in this game, you're gonna get it at 1.5 at just about plus money there. Okay, so I'm looking at some bats there. Okay, next game here we talk about Texas Rangers at Detroit Tigers. We got Perez on the mound. We got Fado on the mound here. We got an over under 9 in this spot. Texas has been playing some really, 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 really good ball. Perez on the mound here. I don't really target him for strikeouts. Perez, Detroit is striking out the 8th most versus left-hand pitching, but Perez is not a guy that I really like to target for strikeouts. He's not even 50% to his strikeout line on the season at 4.5. Outs is a prop that I wouldn't mind targeting him to. If you think he can have a good game, then at 17.5. Pitching outs at a -125. I couldn't talk you off of that. I would say go ahead and fire that up if you want to. Keep in mind, Caesars is the place that lets you put that in same game parlays. Okay, walks. He's been accessible to the walk prop here, sitting at 1.5 right now. So I could never talk you off 1.5 walks there. Hits allowed. This Detroit team can be pesky, and he's given up 5.5 hits or more in every game except for 2. That's sitting at a -165 at almost a parlay piece right now. And then the earned runs is sitting at 2.5. I mean, like I said, this Detroit team can be pesky, but they, they haven't been hitting lefties that well. Okay. And then on the other side, Fado, this will be his 5th game pitched here. Texas are pretty good versus right-hand pitching, as you can see. 9th in on base percentage, and then 2nd in WRC plus on the season. They've been hitting right-hand pitching well. Okay, home run candidates. You got guys like Seager, Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys here, they got some really, really nice barrel rate and stuff like that versus right hand. I mean, just in general, Garcia, he's about due right now for a home run. So he's a guy that I was looking at. Josh Young, I think I went to him the day before yesterday or something like that. But Corey Seager leading the way, and then Garcia is right behind him and barrel rate there. Riley Green is a bat that I had some interest in on the Detroit side, but I don't think I'm going to go there. All right. As far as these pitchers here, Alex Fado, 10.2 barrel rate. That means he can give up the home run. Okay. So anybody who's who can really hit a home run, I wouldn't mind targeting him versus them. All right. Garcia is probably one of the guys that I really, really like to target, that I really wouldn't mind targeting. Let me see if anything. Let me see. What is that? Texas Rangers. One second, guys. 1 second. Yeah, so Corey Seager's hitting righties well and lefties. He's about 1,000 OPS on both of them. Seaman, yes. Nathaniel Lowe. But I'll be looking at, I probably will be looking at Garcia, though. I ain't even gonna lie. But I'm undecided, though. I'm undecided. All right. As far as the side in this one here, I really want to go Texas Rangers or nothing here, but the line is fishy. That's what's scaring me off. I haven't made a decision here, but the -126 favorite, and Detroit can be pesky there, and that's what's scaring me off. That line is kind of fishy, man. I ain't gonna say I'm a scary cat, but shit, this base MLB is very, very volatile. Okay, um, if like I said, yeah, there's a couple bats that do grade out well though. Torkelson, Javi Baez, uh, couple bats, but like I said, this team is playing well. I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, that line is fishy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I think Perez has problems in Detroit. I have to go back and see. I ain't gonna look right now. Cleveland Guardians at Baltimore Orioles. I don't know what's going on with the Baltimore Orioles bats. Shit is wild as hell right now, man. It's crazy. But yeah, Cleveland Guardians at Baltimore. Quantrill and Gibson on the mound here. I know there's one bat I'm looking at. It's probably going to be it's going to be Ramirez here. Okay, Ramirez. Ramirez. Let me see. Let me pull up some numbers here. Cleveland Guardians and Baltimore Orioles. I want to say Gibson is giving up the switches, and then we just know Ramirez is a pretty good ball player at the end of the day. So versus right hand pitching, Ramirez OPS at 900, 923 to be exact. And like I said, versus Gibson here, you can target lefties and switches. All right, he's giving up about a 850 OPS towards lefties and switch hitters. So guys like Quan, you know what I'm saying, guys like that, you can look at. I yeah, and then on the other side here, Cal Quantrill, I just don't want to back. Man, I don't want to pick a side in this game either. But you know, it's a couple bats that kind of grade out well. You know, versus Cal Quantrill. I'm looking at this. I don't know. I would say Gunnar Henderson, but he's right around average OPS right now versus righties, but he's getting better. So I would just look at Jose Ramirez, man. I would look at Jose Ramirez in this one. If you're looking for somebody to add to your hit parlays or something like that, maybe even a hits run and RBI. I don't know what the number is like. Since he's one of my favorite bats, you're probably gonna get a better number for him. I don't know. Let's see. It's only at a minus 145 right now. That's a hits run and RBI. So that's a bat that I'm looking at in this one here. I don't want to keep going on about this Baltimore Orioles team because they have been rather disappointing for me. And watch this game be the game that they come out and just explode in. You know what I'm saying? But they disappointed me the last two games. I took Mountcastle for a home run 2 games in a row. Just didn't get there for me, man. You know, normally I see when I fade these guys, that's probably when they pop off. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna just stick with the. I'm gonna add. I'm gonna find a way to back him in any type of way I can. Milwaukee Brewers at Toronto Blue Jays here. We got an over under 9.5. All right. Now, where these totals coming from? I don't know right now. I don't know if they expect Toronto to put up all these runs or what, man. But I tell you, looking at Milwaukee, you know they're not very good versus right left hand pitching. Okay, they're number 1 strikeout team on the season versus left hand pitching. WRC plus, they're just not hitting lefties. They're not hitting lefties. All right. So that's one thing. All right. So and then Kikuchi, he does have some K stuff. All right. So his K stuff sitting at 5.5. He's 40% to this number on the season. The numbers support him getting there. All right. So I can't talk you off the strikeouts for him. All right. I got to lean towards the over, strong lean towards the over here. Okay. Strikeouts for me in this spot. All right. Outs. It's projected. His outs line is projected at 15.5. If Milwaukee's just going to be this bad, well, I want to see what it's projected now. I don't know if it's there yet, but I imagine his outs line is probably going to come at 16.5. And I couldn't talk you off of it. I couldn't talk you off of it. Kikuchi will walk a few batters here and there, and then Milwaukee is ninth in the league in drawing walks. So at minus at a 1.5, couldn't talk off of that. He's shown the ability to give up hits here and there, and then the earned runs lately have been I've been somewhat of concern. He's hit this number 4 out of his last 5 games. All right, not really, not really. I'm not really interested in backing anything for Hauser. I mean, this is his 5th start of the season. Strikeouts. I mean, I don't want to back anything for him. I don't want to back anything for him right now. All right. So, as you can see, Toronto, they do hit righties well. I want to say Toronto or nothing in this spot. I'm gonna lean towards Toronto, man. 4th in WRC plus versus righties. So I'm gonna lean towards Toronto. Haven't gotten to the window with nothing yet. But there you have that. Okay. I'm gonna lean towards Toronto in this one. Philadelphia Phillies here at New York Mets. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot, and we got Suarez on the mound. We got Senga on the mound here, and I want to give the lean to the bats towards New York Mets here. All right. And then I'll get a pitcher lean towards New York Mets too, man. It's just sometimes this New York Mets team can go anemic, okay? So Philadelphia sitting right outside the top 10 and striking out versus right-hand pitching at number 12 on the season right now. Senga, he hit his K prop in every game except for 2 this year. And a minus 160, you get a 5.5 strikeouts right now. If you like this team, if you like the Mets to win this game, then you can also look at player performance doubles on FanDuel, DraftKings, or something like that. Outs for Senga, I don't know. We don't have an outline yet. We just have a projected at 16.5. The walks have been the concern. Okay, the walks have been the concern there. 3 walks or more in every game except for 1. Hits allowed. He can give up some hits there. I can't talk off of that. Number 10 in WRC plus, Philadelphia is. So, they can tap on them. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like Harper and Schwarber and a few other Castellanos and shit like that, Bohms and shit. So these guys can go out there and, put some hits on them. So I couldn't talk you off of that. And the earned runs sitting at 2.5. I think he's about 40% to this number, 44% to this number on the season. So, I probably don't want to bet it, but I can see instances where he can get there. When you walking 3 batters a game, so he's averaging at least 3 walks a game, probably a little bit more than 3 walks a game. And then you get a guy like Harper come up there, yeah, he can smack one. So 3 runs is not out of the realm of possibilities. One of the best things I could say here is his K rate. His K rate is really, really consistent. 78% to that number on the season. He's 7 to 9 at 5.5. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Only way I don't see him hitting this K, well, of course, if they get to him, but I like the K prop for him. All right, 5.5 Ks. I look towards the over there. The bats here. Number 1 bat, who it's going to be, Olsen. All right. Like Ranger Suarez. Can't trust her for Ks. Then New York Mets, they 26 in the league is striking out. So I can't trust the Ks there. Can't trust his outs. Don't know what his outs going to be. Hits allowed. I mean, this is his 5th start. This is his 4th or 5th start. So in every game, he's giving up 3 runs or more. So there you have that. And it's just like I just said, this team here. Now Suarez, he gives it as of right now. He's pitching bad towards lefties and righties. So all the bats are in play. Top bat for me is going to be Olsen all the time right now. When you're looking at these guys here, it's definitely going to be Olsen. So there you have that. New York Mets. I mean, Olsen is really, 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 really killing it right now. I think he's the home run leader, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just, it is what it is. So hits all the way up to a home run for me for Olsen. I mean, yeah, I like the bats, period here. But these bats will turn on you, man. Cincinnati Reds at Boston Red Sox here over under 9.5. Another game where we got a high total. We got Boston Red Sox at home. That's one thing, okay? it's a possibility that we might see Boston Red Sox get back to, a few weeks ago where they were putting up runs. All right. They're one of the best teams in the league versus uh uh um well, they falling off right now at hitting right hand pitcher, but they're sitting right now right outside the top 10 in the WRC plus department there. All right. So they got some bats over here that can hit lefties, okay? Verdugo. Let me see. I always you know what? Let me get a lineup page right here. So let's not Yosika, or however you pronounce his name, but get a lineup page up here so I can go through these lineups right here in front of you guys' face. So Boston, their total, they have a projected total sitting at 5.6. Cincinnati 4.4. The only thing about Boston is they just haven't been scoring. Okay, so it's hard for somebody to back these guys right now when they haven't been putting up runs. Projected lineup here, they got a lot of lefties projected, and like I said, Devers, Yoshida, Verdugo, these guys are good versus righties. They just got to get back into their hidden form. If these guys, Duran as well, I mean, if these guys get back to their hidden form and they're at home, that's a possibility. They can strike. They can strike them. Okay, it's a possibility they can really really strike. So over under, but like I said, they haven't been scoring. That's one thing. That's the next thing. That's the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about a couple of these pitchers real fast. Let's go to Lively. Okay, let's see. Because I want to see if Lively going to be able to sustain this here. What game was that? Tampa Bay Rays? No. Cincinnati and Boston. He's got a 27.3 K rate. 20 towards lefties, but 34% towards righties. All right. Thing about that is, I know Boston getting ready to run out a lefty heavy lineup. All right. He's 20% K rate towards lefties. All right. So that's one thing that you could look at there. Bello. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but now somebody his strikeout proper sitting at 5.5. All right, he's hit this number 3 of his last 7 games. 43% to this number now. Cincinnati will strike out versus right hand pitching. They are on the road. So WRC plus 24 versus right hand pitching, but they've been hitting lately. So I don't know if they're gonna be hot or whatever the case may be there. All right. 17.5 outs prop here for Bayo, however you want to pronounce it. But I think that I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna fade it. I just think the number support him getting there, but I think I just want to fade. He's only hit this number twice in this season. He has faced some tough tasks. He hit it versus Atlanta. That was okay. He hit it versus the Angels, man. Since Seattle, Toronto, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Angels, tougher teams. Some tough teams there. So I can see instances where you could pass. Hits allowed. He's given up five hits or more in every game except for one he started. And then the earned runs, he's been pretty much okay in the earned runs department. Outside of the first 2 games of the season, he hasn't given up more than 2 runs. So I can see instances where he could hit his outs or something like that, or his Ks at 5.5. You get a decent number at -104. Or if you like this game, if you like these guys to win, then you can look at a player performance double, maybe a 5 Ks in the win or a 4 Ks in the win, and slide something else in there. Be my guest. I think I'm going back Boston Red Sox in this one here. They at home. I think I'm going back Boston Red Sox in this one. We'll see. We'll see. And like I said, Ben Lively, I want to see if he can sustain this strikeout shit, okay? These last 2 games he had eight Ks. Boston versus right-hand pitching. They don't strike out much. They probably have been lately. They have. I want to say they have lately. I can look at it. I can give you guys the numbers real fast. Last let's see, versus right-hand pitching. As you guys can see right here on the season, they striking out 26%, but and that's good for, the 26 most, and that's pretty good there. But on the season here, I want to say last month. Let's check the last month, because Boston have been striking out. Okay, so let's see in the last month, last 30 days. These little ads all in the way, man. All right, last 30 days. They went from a 26th place to Boston to 9th place versus right-hand pitching. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's ISO. I was on ISO. I was looking at ISO earlier. Boston, okay, they right in the same spot. Maybe I was tweaking. Maybe I wasn't. Probably the last 2 weeks, but if I'm backing them, I don't expect them to strike out. Damn, this a high ass total though, man. I guess they expect Boston to put up runs here, man. I'm gonna lean towards Boston in this one. All right, Kansas City Royals at let me see something here. What's these guys? See, one of these pitchers here. Okay. I'm gonna lean towards Boston in this one here. Not nothing spectacular. I'm gonna lean towards them though. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt today and see what that happens. But they haven't been hitting. Kansas City Royals at St. Louis Cardinals here. We got an over under 9 in this spot. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. We got Greinke on the mound. Greinke is not somebody who I like to back on the road here. So what I'm gonna do here, it's gonna be money line parlays, run line straights for me. I'm gonna back the St. Louis Cardinals in this spot, man. Straight up, I'm gonna back them. I'm gonna back the Cardinals in this spot here. Of course, I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna definitely be looking at Goldie in this spot here. I know he has a good history versus this kid. I want to say, but I know he's seen him quite a bit. Damn, Gorman is leading the barrel percentage over there. I thought Goldie would be leading, but Gorman is leading barrel percentage. So Gorman is somebody that you need to look out for. MJ Melendez is somebody that you can look out for as well as Salvador Perez. Some guys that's gonna grade out well for me. Let me see, because both of these pitchers can give up the home run here. So who is that? That's the Royals. I'm gonna give you guys the Royals and the Cardinals, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out on Gorman. Okay, he grading out okay, just okay for me. Where you want to target McCullers is versus these lefties. So Vinny Pasquantino, somebody you can look at. Salvador Perez hits these righties well. McCullers will give it up to lefty, so you can look at MJ Melendez, and Melendez is one of the is leading. Yeah, I think he's leading the team in better barrel rate. So he could be a home run candidate there at 14.4. Then Salvador Perez at 11.8. Bobby Witt Jr. up there at 12.2 as well. So Gorman and Goldschmidt, those are two best that I'm gonna like on the other side of this here. All right, so that's what it's gonna look like for me. All right. Tampa Bay Rays and Chicago Cubs here. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. My Chicago Cubs. Shout out to Stroman, had himself a game yesterday. Line was fishy as hell. That line was fishy as hell. All right. So I ain't we got Hendricks on the mound. So look, Hendricks, this will be his second start of the season, okay? Um how many innings did he go here? He went 13, so 3, 6, 9, 12. He went 4.1 innings there. All right. So he did okay. I mean, he had 5 strikeouts and coming off an injury, going up against New York Mets, a team that don't strike out that much. All right. Um, Now Tampa Bay, they're striking out 21st. They're 21st to strike out on versus right hand pitching. The thing about these guys is on the road, okay? On Tampa Bay on the road is not good as Tampa Bay on. That's why I had to go in and look into what the hell was going on with that line yesterday. When that line opened up at minus 120 something for Tampa Bay at home, I mean on the road, I knew that line was fishy as hell. So I'm like, what the hell? So one thing about this Tampa Bay team, they not as good on the road as they are at home, man. Some of their losses and things like that have come on the road, and it is what it is. When you start filtering things out, some of their stuff at on the road, then you'll see. But I ain't gonna do all of that right now. Let's go over here. And like I said, I don't know how many innings Cal is gonna pitch this one here, but I expect him to go. What? How many earned runs did he give up? None. 3. He gave up 3 earned runs that game. So he went. So I think he was on his way to. He's probably on his way to 5. Okay, so we can probably get us 5 innings out of him. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I won't be messing with none of his pitching props. McClanahan on the other hand, a beast. All right, the Chicago Cubs team will strike out. I did put a post on Facebook yesterday. I didn't do a video, but I said these motherfuckers will strike out, and Bradley went out there and got 8 Ks. Okay, so Shane McClanahan, here's a guy, one of the best pitchers in the league, 6.5 strikeout prop here, but he is a lefty. I give you guys that now. They striking out versus lefties and righties. One thing about the Cubs though, they hitting lefties. So you know what I'm saying. WRC plus on the season 4th, on base percentage 6th on the season. They didn't score a lot of runs yesterday. They didn't put up some runs yesterday. Now, but you never know. You never know, man. I'm not picking a side in this one here. I don't want to be a homer here. So y'all know them. That's my team. However, the outs have looked really, really good. It's at a parlay piece right now. If you want to get to his outs, sitting at 17.5 at minus 183. Be my guest. It's sitting at a parlay piece right now. He's hit this number in every game except for 3. He's been on one. 8 for 11, 73% to this number on the season. Since he pitches a lot of innings, the walks can be there. I could, since he pitches at least 6 to 7 innings, the walks can be there, even for a good pitcher. So, Chicago, 7. They rank number 7 at drawing walks versus left-hand pitching. Minus 127 for the over if you want to get there. Couldn't talk you off of that. Hits allowed, like I said, a pitcher who's frequently out there a lot, gonna give up hits, and then the earned runs. He's only given up more than 2 runs once this season. That's phenomenal. The Cubs, and then his earned runs is probably sitting at 1.5. I don't care what kind of pitcher you are, who you are. I don't mind the over 1.5 out earned run. So you can get that at a minus 131 on DraftKings. So I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? But I look for I got a feeling that they're gonna bounce back today. Looking at this team here, they're deadly. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they're better at home. Tampa Bay is better at home. We've seen that yesterday. All this bright red, all that red you see means good. You know what I'm saying? You can see hard hit percentage, X WOBA, X expected slugging, all that shit looks really good, doesn't it? Barrel percentage, there's plenty red there. plenty red there. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. All right, we'll see. Let me see what is Shane McClanahan. Okay, McClanahan will give up some home runs. I see. So he might can give up. I need to see how many home runs he's given up in the last X amount of games here. Because if you catch a Patrick Wisdom in there, he can hit a home run off anybody. But the one thing about him, he strikes the hell out. All right. Now, like I said, strikeouts here. I got a strong. If I'm taking strikeouts here, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna lean towards Tampa Bay in this game here. If I'm gonna take the strikeouts here, it's probably gonna be a player performance double. The first one I see. Now, strikeout percentage here. Right now, you're gonna get McClanahan at 29.6% strikeout rate, and he's striking out 24% to lefties and 30% to righties. So however you want to cut it, you know what I'm saying? There's some numbers for you guys right there. Tampa Bay Rays are minus 200 favorites here. All right. Shit. Minnesota Twins at Houston Astros here. We got an over under 8 in this spot here. We got Ryan on the mound. We got Belak on the mound here. And actually, I'm giving the pitcher lean towards Minnesota. You already know. Minnesota, they minus 116 favorites here. Ryan has been pretty good, man. So looking at Ryan, strikeout prop sitting at 6.5. He's hit this number in 6 out of his last 10 games. Houston, Houston has shown the ability to strike out. So don't get it twisted there. They've shown the ability to strike out. Let me plug up this computer real fast. All right. Because they shown the ability to strike out. All right. So that's one thing there. All right. He's been pitching a really, really nice distance there. All right. He's won 6 innings or more in every game except for one. So that's pretty solid. Now, we don't have an outline out for him right now. I'd imagine it's going to come out at 17.5 at probably minus 140, 150. I'd be surprised if it comes out at 18.5. We'll see. If it comes out at 18.5, I don't want no parts of it. If it comes out at 17.5, yes, please. I'll take that at a parlay piece or whatever. Hits allowed here. Lately, Joe Ryan has been giving up hits. Of course, you're going to give up hits. You sit in the game, at least 6 to 7 innings, of course. And then they earn runs, all right? Sitting at 2.5. Couldn't talk you off of that. On the flip side, Brandon Belak, all right? Minnesota, WRC plus 6 in the league versus right-hand pitching. They're hitting righties, all right? He's been this is to be his 6th start. He's given up 5 earned runs. He's giving up 5 hits or more in every game except for one there. The walks sitting at 2.5. I don't know how to feel about that. He hasn't went 6 innings, only once. That was last game versus Milwaukee, and his K prop is sitting at 4.5. He's 2 or 4 to this number. Now Minnesota will strike out. They're striking out the second most in the league versus right hand pitching. All right. However, this kid here, I just think Minnesota's going to get to him. All right. I like some bats here. They got some bats in Minnesota that's hitting right hand pitching really, really well. Let me go to them right now. Minnesota Twins, and what was this? Houston Astros. Now, the couple bats that's grading out really well for me, it's going to be Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo right now. Brandon Belak, he's giving up a 880 OPS towards lefties and a 957 OPS towards righties right now. That's just on the season. We'll see how it's going to go. But yeah, he's giving. You could target lefties and righties versus him. All right. So my top home run candidate, if he's in a lineup, my top home run candidate is probably going to be. Damn, I want to say Buxton. I want to say Buxton, but then I want to say Gallo. I want to say Buxton. I want to say Gallo. All right. I want to say both of them motherfuckers, but I can show you some numbers here for the home runs. As you can see. Right now, Barrel rate for the for BLAC. Let me get to that team. What was that? I look at a lot of barrel rate. That just determines, it's a really good deciding factor when it comes to home runs. Okay, barrel rate. You can match them up between batters and pitchers. All right. So I believe Lilac is double digits right now, has been showing up 15.4% barrel rate right now. That's high as fuck, okay? That's high as hell. All right. Then you can compare some of these home run hitters like Joey Gallo. He's got a 20% barrel rate. On Jordan Alvarez on the other side, he's got a 19.8. But Max Kepler and Korea, everything you see in red right here for the barrel rate, that means they got a pretty nice number there. Max Kepler, I think he's just coming back. Joey Gallo, Buxton, Korea, all these guys are in the red, man. So yeah. And like I said, when you got a pitcher like that, who's probably giving up to lefties and righties right now, definitely, I like. I can see instances where Minnesota win this game. Okay, now I do like. So, like I said, who the fuck? I mean, everybody's grading out well. Gallio's grading out well. Kurloff, Buxton. I mean, they got a lot of guys that's grading out well versus this kid. Now, I do like Jose Altuve. You can add him. You know what I'm saying? And if you just unsure, you know what I'm saying? If you just want to, like I said, you can always take a look at, the hits, runs, and RBIs, straight RBIs, whatever the case may be. Those are good bets that you can look at right here, and like I said, it's right here on DraftKings. Okay, so let me see. For this game, I'll be looking at I mean, shit. Byron Buxton, 1.5. I imagine he should be in the home run. I took him for a home run yesterday in my round robin, and it cashed. But I had him in there, and that's the importance right there. If you doing, you gotta make sure those people in the lineup, man. Because if he would have came in and pinched hit, I wouldn't have won that home run parlay. And if he didn't in the home run, I wouldn't have won that home run round robin. So you got to make sure these guys in the lineup, especially for these home runs, because home runs, they already got big odds anywhere it go. All right, so Jerry Gallo is a guy that I probably would take for a home run or something like that. Probably not hits, runs, RBIs because he strikes out so much. Jose Altuve, you can add him to your hits parlay. Kyle Tucker as well. Those are the usual suspects. Bregman, a guy that don't strike out much. Kurloff, he's in play for so there you have it. I mean, I like Minnesota to win this game. I'm gonna get a pitcher lean and a bat lean towards Minnesota on the road. It is what it is. Los Angeles Angels at Chicago White Sox over on the 9 in the spot. Right off the back, I was looking at Robert for a home run in this one, and the Cubs get a lot. I mean, the White Sox, they get a lefty. All right, so the White Sox always been known for hitting lefties, but it took them a while to get acclimated to that. All right, so here's the thing on the season. OPS on the season, or whatever you want to look at. I usually look at OPS and WRC plus. This Chicago White Sox team is 15th in OPS and WRC plus. They are on the season 17th. Now you rewind that back to this last month where I guess they got off their schneid, and then boom, on the last month here, WRC plus, boom, they number 5 now. Okay, so they didn't got on it. They didn't got on it. All right, they number 5 now. OPS, they are number 5. Okay, Batting average, they are number 5. All right. So that's just on the season right now. I mean, that's this month. So on the season, they've been wishy-washy, but this month they looking good right now. All right. So as of right now, the White Sox, they looking good versus lefties right now. Then you're gonna get a guy like Tyler Anderson, okay? So, you know, Tyler Anderson, what's that? Earned runs. So earned runs, he's been, you know what I'm saying? His props sitting at 3.5. Hits allowed. He's been giving up plenty hits there. He's got 6 hits or more and 5 of 9 games there. The K's, 4.5. He's only hit this number twice. I don't want to back him right now. I don't even want to take the White Sox in this spot. I'm gonna just lean back. I'm gonna take some. I get a picture lean towards White Sox with Giolito on the mound. I mean, they just really. He's been okay. He's been all right. You know, he's giving up some runs here and there. 4 here. You know, 4 here, 4 here, 7 there. But you know, for the White Sox standards, okay, he's been all right. He's giving up some hits too, especially his last 3 games. But I'm gonna lean towards some bats in this one. It's gonna be Tim Anderson. It's gonna be Robert. All right, you can take those guys for hits, runs, and RBIs. Those are the 2 bats that I like there. Couldn't talk you off no Otanis and Trouts and stuff like that, but I'm only looking at a couple bats here on the White Sox side here. The strikeouts, 6.5 for Giolito. He's been flirting with this number, but I don't know if I want to touch any one of his strikeouts, even though this Los Angeles Angels team has been striking out. They 14th right now, 4 right outside the top 10. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Tim Anderson, you know, I can see Luis Robert getting to a home run in this spot. I don't think the numbers super support his home run, but I might put him in my home run parlay for the day. Oh, today is Dinger Tuesday, ain't it? Let's take a look. Dinger Tuesday, huh? Jake Berger sporting a 21.7% barrel rate. Mike Trout, 16.8. Shohei Ohtani. Luis Robert, 14%. What's these pitchers doing? Are they giving it up? I have to go back and look. So Anderson, Anderson, I have to see. Let me see. Giolito, almost 10%. Anderson has been all right in that department. In that department, I have to go back and look a little bit deeper, but I wouldn't mind. You know, he probably won't be one of my tops, but I wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying? Going to Robert for a home run. I ain't even gonna lie. Or hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at right there. Those since White Sox want to hit better. Here's a game that I want to lean towards Arizona in this one, but I'm undecided. Freeland has been okay. I ain't even gonna lie. He's been serviceable. We got over under 9 in this spot. Freeland on the mound, Gallen on the mound here. I'm almost wanting to lean towards the under here. Almost wanting to lean towards the under here. I was undecided in this one here. I was really undecided in this one here. Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies. I was really undecided in this one here. Looking at Walker here. He got 3 singles, 2 doubles, and 2 home runs. He is 7 for 27 versus Freeland. So he's OPS over 1,000 versus versus lefties. So he's in play. He's in play for a home run. All right. But I'm pretty much undecided. Ketel Marte, he's in play as well. Okay. So my 2 favorite bats going to be Marte and Christian Walker here. Okay. Marte and Christian Walker. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's probably going to be Arizona. They big 270 favorites here, but sometimes things happen. It's going to be Arizona nothing for me in this spot. But moving on along to the New York Yankees here, over under 7 in this spot. Cortez on the mound, Gilbert on the mound. A pitching park here. This game got a super under feel to it. I don't have a side in this one here. I'm gonna end up passing on this one. I mean, Judge is always in play. Um, Judge is always in play. So some of these Seattle Mariners bats are in play too. I mean, they got some hitters, Kalinick, guys like that. But not one of my favorite games here. I ain't even gonna lie. So I ain't even gonna lie. It's a possibility. I get the pitcher leaning towards Seattle though. I can't. I haven't been trusting Cortez none this season, so I guess I'll lean towards Seattle if I had to pick a side in this one, but I'm not. I see you. You guys see who's behind me. You see who that is. That's Austin Riley right there. So yeah, it's gonna be Atlanta Braves or nothing for me in this spot. Elder on the mound, Sears on the mound, over on the 9 here. Atlanta Braves minus 250 favorites. I don't see them losing 2 games straight versus them. So nope, I don't see them losing 2 games straight versus them for sure. This Oakland team is ass. And then, I mean, everybody's in play here. Everybody's in play here when it comes to home runs. You can look. I mean, there's plenty red up there for Atlanta. Acuna, Olsen, Murphy, Riley. Riley is the guy. When they get a lefty, Riley and Arsha. This guy. He is monstrous. His OPS. They got 5 guys OPS over 1,000 versus left hand pitching. You know what I'm saying? So, shit. I like Austin Riley, Orlando Arcia, or whatever the case may be. I mean Acuna. I mean, what the hell? What you want me to say? Shit. I expect these guys to come out and do some damage here. Now Sears, he does have a barrel percentage, double digits at 11, man. So that's one of the higher, that's on the high end right there. All right. So we've seen two guys. All right, we've seen 115%, we've seen 11% right here. Okay. So and then you can look at these guys right here in red, you know what I'm saying, with these high barrel percentage, man. So you can probably match them up. Like I said, Austin Riley and Arsha, right, as of right now, probably the 2 of their better bats versus left-hand pitching. Okay, so there you have that. All right. Pittsburgh Pirates and San Francisco Giants. It's probably going to end up being a bullpen game for the Giants, and I don't know. I do like the Giants. They bullpen ain't all that good, and I do like. I think I do like. I'm going back to the well. I'm probably gonna go back to the well on Jack Sawinski for Pittsburgh. He hit the home run for me yesterday. I think he's got a home run in back-to-back games, or either 2 out of 3. I'm gonna keep looking for Jack Sawinski to stay hot here, and I'm going right back to him today. All right, because I took him a couple games last week. You know what I'm saying? It didn't pan out. It didn't pan out, right? It didn't pan out. So I think I'm gonna go right back to the well to Jack Sawinski in this spot. Going up against that bullpen, I think so. Yeah, 17.8 barrel rate. He's hitting up. I think I said a home run and his last 2 or 2 out of 3. So I think that's what I'm gonna roll with there. And then I might just have to lean towards. I might lean towards Pittsburgh with plus money there. I might. But I like Sawinski for a hit all the way up to a home run. And then last but not least is Washington Nationals at Los Angeles Dodgers. Over under 9 here. Give me them Dodgers. Give me them Dodgers. Wait to see who the lineup is, who's in the lineup, and just roll it out. I mean, this Dodgers should roll here, if you ask me. When you got a guy like Irvin on the mound. I like Freddie Freeman here. JD Martinez has been on fire. He hits righties well. Those will be my top two guys right there for hits all the way up to a home run. Hits and runs and RBS, whatever. So yeah, see what the lineups is coming when they lineups come out, and then go for with it from there. All right. Let me see. I want to see. JD hit a home run last night, I think. So yeah, look at all that red over there. That barrel percentage. JD 17. He leading. No, Max Muncy leading 19.3, and he hits righties. 17.1 for 17.1 for JD. That Washington team, they don't hit for much power. As you can see, it's a lot of blue over here when it comes to barrel percentage. They don't hit for much power there. So, but Irvin, all right, this is 11-point double-digit barrel rate there, all right. So I got to go back and look at. It was 3 pitchers that given up double-digit barrel rate. I need to go back and look and see, what they've been doing this last, what they've been doing, and if they've been giving up home runs to lefties, righties more, and then I'll be able to decipher my the real Let me see. For example, let's see Jake Irvin. So splits. There's a pitch arsenals and stuff like that. So I really don't look at that here, tell you the truth. What I do be looking at it is because I gotta get better with this. But Irving, I gotta get better with this. But drop a like on the video, man. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, whichever one you on, drop a like for me. All these ads are so annoying, man. I don't know how many games he's pitched this year, but he's given up 3 home runs to lefties. At home versus lefties. He gave up 3 home runs towards lefties at home. How many games has this guy pitched? Okay. He's pitched 5 games. He's pitched 5 games. So he's finna give up another motherfucking home run tonight for sure. Okay. Lefties, all right? So you know what that means. So if he gave up 3 home runs to lefties, come on now, y'all. Come on now, y'all. We know who we're looking at. Mr. Kruger himself. We're looking at Freddie, man. We're looking at Freddie, man. We're looking at Freddie tonight. Hits all the way up to a home run, man. Straight up. Muncie, and his ass in the lineup. We're looking at these lefties. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how these teams gonna construct their lineups, okay? They gonna throw them lefties out there. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be looking at lefties tonight. All right. We're gonna be smoking on that lefty pack tonight. Yes, sir. But like I said, JD Martinez is another guy. He hits. I mean, these are all professional baseball players. Don't get me wrong. JD Martinez hit lefties really, really well. All right. I mean, yeah, no, I'm sorry. He hits righties really, really well. All right. That's his split, his personal splits. You know, he hit righties well, and he's a righty. So we'll see, man. You know, we'll see. So I need to dig into the other pitchers, those other two guys that got the high barrel rates, and then I'll come up with the best one I like, man. You know, a little later on. But hey, hope you guys. I need to try to start going a little live a little bit more and going into this like this. It's not really. I don't really too much care about the amount of viewers or whatever the case may be. I need people to learn the game and teach me some shit as well. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I hope y'all learned some shit here, or you know, you got some value from there. Sears, that's another guy. Let's take a look at Sears before we get out of here. That's what Sears. Let's take a look at Sears before we get out of here, man. See what we could tag up here. All right, so let's take a look at Sears one time before we go. Sears. Let's take a look at some of his splits real fast. JP Sears. He want to give up some home runs too. Okay. Splits. I know he ain't gave up no 12 home runs. Damn. 4 home runs at home, 8 away, all to righties, okay? You got to be fucking kidding me. Come here, Sears. Where you at? Yeah. Okay. So you see who on the cover, right? Nobody other than uh Austin Riley, you know. Oh, so I mean, so listen, this Atlanta team, is no joke, man. This Atlanta team is no joke versus lefties, bro. Let's see. Versus left-hand pitching. Just to show you guys. Well, it was up there though. It was up there. It was up there. Let me see. I could just go to props.cash and show you guys this Atlanta team versus. There you go, right there. WRC plus number 2, on base percentage number 1. All right, it's carrying over from last year. This was 2022 right here. Last year, they finished number 5 and number 2. Man, you know what I'm saying? I can go, in depth a little bit more, numbers like let's see. I mean, probably everything. Shit. I mean, they might strike out a little bit too. I don't know. But yeah, I mean everything. Even ISO. Shit. Isolated power. Number 2. Right behind slugging. Number 2. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to fuck around when it comes to this. I told you. I think they got 6 people batting OPS over 1,000 versus lefties, man. So all these right hand batters, man, are in play when it comes right here. So this could be one of those games, man. Like I'm telling y'all, man, this could be one of those games. Before I leave, let's take a look at these hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay, so my favorite bat is going to be Austin Riley. Arsha, I like Arsha too. So he's going to be value. Let's see. Let's start off with Arsha and see where he's at. Plus 135 for hits. No, I'm sorry. Ozzy Albies. I'm so sorry. Ozzy Albies. That's the guy right there. Let me make sure before I goddamn it, man. Braves. So Austin Riley, 1,000 OPS versus lefties. Ozzy Albies, 1,200 OPS versus lefties. Sean Murphy, 1,000 OPS versus lefties. Okay. Arsha, 1,700 OPS versus lefties. Sears is serviceable though. You know what I'm saying? So I can see instances where it's just not a beat down. You know what I'm saying? Sears is serviceable. Sears is serviceable. Let's see. Fuck Sears, man. Fuck Sears. Look. So when you got a lineup like that, it could be trouble. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it could be trouble. When you go back and find some box scores, I showed you guys this every day, so it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It really don't matter. I show you guys this every day. Let's see. I show you guys this every day. Let's see. What was one of those games here? I want to catch me one of those games, man. You know, I want to catch me one of those games. Let's go back to this is one of the games I want to catch me right here. I'm going to show you guys right here before I get the fuck up out of here. It don't even matter, man. It don't even matter. I ain't finna go back. But all these guys, I don't see any 2.5s right now. I don't see any 2.5s. A reason why I don't see any 2.5s right now is because Sears on paper is serviceable, man. You know, but man, the home run should be in play here. He's giving up. You see right now, I just showed you. He's giving up 12 home runs versus right-hand pitching. Okay, and this Atlanta finna roll them out. They finna roll out them Dracos, them switches today. They finna roll them out, man, straight up. So play with it if you want. Okay, play with it if you want. All right, Dinger Tuesday. Y'all see my boy back there in the cut. Peace out, y'all. Peace.